Hey all, and welcome to Tuesday. I am back at church for the first time since Easter morning, and just kind of doing some cleaning up of Easter and doing new things in the sanctuary. I had put these hearts back up for Easter after they got taken down, and so now's the official time when I would like them to come down, and so I'm taking those down and wrapping them kind of like individually, because if we want to use it again, it'll be a lot easier if they're all nicely wrapped up. Not completely sure what's got to go up on this wall next. Currently we have a rainbow quilt happening, which I kind of like, so I might just keep that up for this series. But yeah, so it's been good. Took yesterday off to be with family who is all visiting because it's Grandma's birthday yesterday, and so it's just kind of nice to take the day to breathe a little bit after Easter morning, which was just a lot, but really good. So yeah, Hey y'all, it's Thursday and I haven't really been vlogging this week. I just haven't really been in the mood, still kind of working through some anxiety and depression, and so it's not really something you pick up the camera for, but I'm trying to push through. I just got to my parents' house. An aunt and uncle have been visiting for the past week and they leave tomorrow, so I'm trying to make the most of the time that I have with them. So let's go in and see everyone. Happy Friday. It's been a good start to my day off so far. Hung out with Mom and Tuck this morning and had fun playing with makeup. She let me put her eye makeup on this morning, and so that's fun. I've had a good time doing that, and then had a surprise call from my friend Lauren, and we were talking about our upcoming trip and just our future as pastors, and so it was really nice to check in with her. And now I'm headed over to Grandma and Grandpa's to hang out with some family. It's their last day here, so I'm gonna spend as much time with them as I can because I don't get to see them very often. So happy Friday. Let's go.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I will admit that it is now Sunday afternoon. So I kind of failed at the vlogging front this morning for worship, but I'm gonna try to be better. I went through this like anxiety slump and still kind of pushing through, and have every intention today of picking up the vlogging camera. I'm feeling good today, but I don't know, just spaced, I guess. So it's Sunday afternoon. Worship this morning was awesome. Just, I don't know, sometimes just everything clicks together and everything just works really well. The music and everything fit really on point with the scripture and the sermon, and for the first time in a while, like I have like felt like I can worship too. Sometimes I've so much in my head, and like, okay, this comes next in worship, and then this, and making sure everyone's in the right places, and so sometimes I get so sidetracked that I just forget to breathe, and yeah. But today it was just one of those worships where I was like, oh, I needed this. This was good. But yeah, we were moving more into our new sermon series. It's called Gifts of Life. And last week we celebrated the first week with Christ and resurrection, and that in Christ we have new life. And so the gift last week was life, and the gift this week is doubt. and that was a fun one to preach because doubt is not necessarily a gift. People are like, yeah, woo, give me doubt. Like, I really want some doubt. But it was fun to look at doubt in a new way and to look at the story of Thomas in a new way, because everyone calls him Doubting Thomas. And I feel bad for him because no one really wants that kind of a nickname, right? You don't want to be known for your doubt. Yeah, I have a soft spot for everyone in the Bible who gets a bad rap. So it was really fun to worship this morning and to talk about Thomas and doubt and how we can embrace doubt in our own lives. Yeah, sorry, getting preachy. But yeah, I'm home from worship. I have a project to do later, so hopefully I'll remember to film it for you. I'm going on an exciting trip this weekend, something I've been looking forward to, and so I have a project to make for that, and so I will show you what happens there. Yeah, I just wanted to check in, say hi, I'm gonna relax for a little while, recharge some batteries, and I'll check in with you in a little while.
So I've been resting for a while and now it's time to get to work on my project. This week I don't know, I was gonna wait to tell you, but I just can't wait. I am going to California. My roommate and good friend from seminary, she lives in Long Beach, California, and we are going to hang out this week, going down there to visit her, to see how she's doing, and just to be together because we don't get to be together in person very often. And throughout our time in seminary, we always would like tell each other that when we finish, that when we graduate and we accomplish this great and hard milestone in our lives, we're going to celebrate by going to Disneyland. Now, she graduated last year, I graduated a year before. It's time. It's just time to go and to celebrate that milestone that we both accomplished and worked hard for. And so we're going to Disneyland. And I decided that I would make us shirts. She doesn't know, it's a surprise. So this video may be going up a little later because I don't want her to see the video first. But I'm going to make us some shirts for Disneyland, some graduation shirts. Because anytime I've been to Disneyland, I've seen people wearing shirts, celebrating why they're there, and I don't know, it always looks fun. So I have gone and gotten some supplies, and I'll show you. I went to Michael's and picked up a ton of different things. It's all still in the packaging because I'm going to return whatever I don't need. I got shirts. I got these cookie cutters because I thought I could use them as stencils. Tassels that I might try to hot glue on to hats, and different paints, markers, glitter, brushes. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so we've made some progress. We have Kristen's shirt, Mickey, Kristen, my attempt at a graduation hat. I also got tassels, so once this all dries, I'll glue the tassel on, and that might help make it look more like a graduation hat. And we have mine, and it'll also get a tassel, which I can't decide if that helps the image or if it makes my shirt obnoxious. But at the same time, I really don't care. So I'm gonna let these dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'll put our graduation years and our school on the back. But yeah, super cute. I can't wait to go to Disneyland. Good morning and happy Monday. I have spent this morning at the office doing the usual Monday things, but the thing I've been working on the most this morning is the decorations in the sanctuary. So we had the hearts up for Lent and for Easter, and so we've moved into a new sermon series, but I've been struggling with the imagery to go with it. So I had a dream the other night about what it should look like. The image that we have been given for the Gifts of Life sermon series is hot air balloons. And each week is a new word and a new gift. And so I kind of just ran with the whole hot air balloon thing. So we have all of these hot air balloons and my little stick figure person over here. And the idea is that each balloon's going to have the word of the gift that it is for that week. And they're all strung to the heart because the different gifts of life that we're given pull on our heartstrings. So that's where I'm going for it. I'm not sure I'm completely sold on it, but it'll work. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, and I'll check in with you later. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Today, it's a bit dreary outside. I feel like the weather hasn't made up its mind, but I also feel like that's very Oregon-like. Yesterday, 68, beautiful, sunny. Today, it kind of looks sunny, but from the lights here, but it is not. There are a lot of gray clouds and it's raining. But that's okay. 4 days to California. No. Yeah, 3 days, and then the 4th day I will be going. So real sunshine. Today is Tuesday, as I said, and somehow both of my appointments fell today. So as you know from watching these vlogs, I have anxiety, and so it's very important that I tend to that. And so I have counseling today, and then I have a coaching session later this afternoon, and so yeah, very much a mental health care day. And then I also am gonna work on my project, my fruitfulness project, which I will explain more about later today when I'm more awake. But happy Tuesday. So I am back from some appointments this morning and meetings, and yeah, been answering emails, talking about upcoming worship, tying together loose ends, all the basic day-to-day pastory things, and now starting to work on my fruitfulness project. So I am a pastor in the Methodist Church, and currently I am a commissioned elder is what they call it. And so basically I'm like one step away from ordination in the Methodist Church. One like really big step, I guess. But basically between now and taking that big step, there are some different assignments and projects that you have to work on. In addition to, I work full-time as a pastor in the church. And so just kind of got to find that balance of the day-to-day pastoral duties in addition to your homework and assignments and things for commissioning and ordination. So basically, the easiest way I can explain it, it's the way someone explained it to me about a year ago, is that being commissioned in the Methodist Church is saying that the bishop and the board of ministry who you basically interview with, they are saying that you are ready to be in ministry, that you have completed the necessary paperwork and interviews and everything that goes into that, that you are ready to be in ministry. And then the next step between being ready and then as commissioned and then being ordained is not only are you ready, but you are effective. And so, yeah, I guess that's the easiest way. So commissioning is, are you ready for ministry? And ordination is, are you effective? So in doing these homework and these projects and working, it's kind of like, I don't know if like proving yourself is the right word. Showing that you know what you're supposed to be doing and that you, yeah, basically that's where I'm at. So the biggest project in between now and then is something called the Fruitfulness Project. And so today I'm just working on my project proposal. That's not due till September, but between now and September, I kind of have to submit it to some different people and get it looked at. And so, yeah, I'm trying to get that finished up so I can turn that in.
yeah, I think I should make a whole different video on that because it's very confusing. But basically, that's where I'm at today, is working on that project. Yeah, since I'm not preaching this coming Sunday, it's using that sermon time to work on this is kind of where I'm at this week. So yeah, gonna get to work, and I'll talk to you later. So I'm home now, setting up for my coaching video chat this afternoon, and just like pulling up the homework that I turned in and looking back through it. And I wanted to share with you because I found it to be a really good exercise and something that I think all of us should do at some point. I was supposed to find 10 characteristics about myself that have gotten me this far in my life so far. So, yeah, I found it really challenging because while I do know that I am self-aware, I'm not always the best, like, positive self-talker. And I think that that goes for a lot of people, about not always being really kind inwardly to ourselves. That our inward thoughts tend to be more of the negative side rather than the positive side. And I think it's really important for us to focus more on the positive side, and not necessarily like in a narcissistic kind of way, but like a more of a self-love kind of situation. Because I've really noticed, like, as I work on my anxiety and my depression, that it's those negative voices inside of me that tend to like ring the loudest, right? Like, you hear those the most. And we all, I feel like, just need to be a little kinder to ourselves. And I think that's one of the most important things I've learned from this lesson, as well as just like how hard it was to kind of like think about yourself in that way. And to me, it felt kind of like weird and very strange. And I think maybe the more we do those sort of positive self affirmations, the easier it's going to be. And the better we're going to feel about ourselves. But yeah, I just want to share that with you because I think that's something that we can all do for ourselves, and also to like check in with those with someone else. Yeah, and to share, positive affirmations about others, which I know we can be really good at, and sometimes we're better at like sharing those about others than about ourselves. But not to forget like yourself too, that we also need self-care and self-love, I guess. So yeah, that's my tidbit of sharing today. More self-love. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I spent the morning at the office doing the usual emails and projects and things. I'm missing this Sunday, taking my first Sunday off since I've been here. I'm very excited. I love my job, but I'm very excited to just take one day to breathe. But basically, I'll be gone this weekend, and so just making sure everybody has what they need so that things can run smoothly. And now I am headed to a staff meeting because I work with a lot of pastors, and so together we're going to be meeting to check in and talk about what's going on in our churches. And then I have worship team tonight and young adult group tonight, and so Wednesdays are usually my full day, but today it's extra full. So yeah, I gotta go. Hey all, happy Thursday. Today, it's been a long one. It's about 7 o'clock right now in the evening. And it's been one of those days where, one, you can't remember what day it is, and two, just everything kind of ran together, and it feels kind of like multiple days rather than just one day. So it feels like a marathon today. um, but all good stuff. It was a good day. I visited a couple people who haven't been able to come to church, and that was a lot of fun. And just kind of wrapping things up for the week because I will be gone this weekend, missing my first Sunday at this church. And so, yeah, just making sure everything's in line so that when I go on vacation, I can just breathe and not have to think about it. Yeah, so I wanted to end the vlog here this week so that the new vlog starts with my trip, so look out for that next week. But I'm going to leave you here with a story. So today on one of my visits, I went and saw a very sweet lady that I see pretty much weekly, and we were visiting and we were talking, and this week she's been asking me to come over because she had something for me, which was really sweet. I consider it a huge blessing and a huge privilege that it is my job to go and visit people in their homes and talk with them and pray with them. And yeah, like, who all can say that? I mean, other than all of you other pastors who are watching me. But like, it is a great privilege and honor to be able to be welcomed into someone's home and into their space and to just visit and talk with them. And yeah, so it was fun. But she gave me this church, and it's something that's been in her life for quite a while, and she said she'd been saving it for someone special, and she knew that I was meant to have it, which I thought was really sweet and very adorable. But yeah, so it's a church, but it's like a music box almost, so you like wind it up on the back, and it plays Amazing Grace, which everyone likes Amazing Grace, right? And then the church steeple on top, it like spins around. And so I know I am like the worst at explaining things to you. So I took a video so you can see. So I'm going to leave you here with the sweet sounds of Amazing Grace. And I encourage you to like and subscribe and to check back here next week for a California/Disneyland adventure. Bye!